Good morning, everyone. Well, here we are again. Here is Winnie, and I am here, and I'm really looking forward to speaking with you this morning. Today, we're going to talk about manners and etiquette as they apply to special events. Now, we know that everybody's birthday is really important, but there are many other special events that we encounter. There are religious events, there are graduations, cultural events, just to name a few. And the way we behave when we attend these events or when we host these events is really important. People would have worked a long time, would be very expensive to host these events. And when we are guests, when we have the privilege of being able to attend these events, we need to behave appropriately. We need to be able to honor the host. We need to be able to try and make the event as special as we can. It is incumbent upon us as guests to try and make the event as special as we can for the host. So everybody has a part to play. All right, Winnie, you've done your part. You may go now.
Well, what kind of events are we going to be talking about today, Miss Manners?
Well, I want to talk about a bar or bat mitzvah. Many of you may not know what that is, but in the Jewish religion, when a boy is 13 and a girl is 12, they make an important commitment to their faith and to the Jewish people. And so they become a son or a daughter of that faith, of the Jewish faith. So a boy becomes a bar mitzvah and a girl becomes a bat mitzvah. Boys are 13, as I said, and girls are 12. It is very traditional to say mazel tov. That is saying congratulations in Hebrew when you see the bar and bat mitzvah. The ceremony is going to take place in the synagogue. It is going to be led by the rabbi, but the child, the bar or bat mitzvah, is going to play a very major role. They would have studied for many years to get to this point so that they could lead part of the service, which is going to be in Hebrew and is going to be not that easy to read.
Are there any special things that you wear when you go to the synagogue?
So it's just like going to church. Again, you're respectful. You want to make this as nice a time as you can for your host. So you're going to dress appropriately. No shorts, no cut-off sleeves, no strapless outfits. You're going to dress appropriately so that you can be respectful and you can help make this a lovely time for everybody.
You know, I went to a bar mitzvah once and I saw they give the men and the boys sort of little hats to wear.
Yes, little yarmulkes. So a boy over the age of 12, 13, and all men would wear these. It is a sign of respect in the synagogue, and it would be a nice thing to do. You don't have to do it, but it would be a nice thing for boys and men to wear when they go into the synagogue.
Do you give a gift?
You don't have to give a gift, but it is a really nice thing to do. You can make a donation to a charity in honor of the person, in honor of the bar and bat mitzvah, or you could give a gift just as you would to any other, party or graduation. But here's an interesting thing. Very often when you give money, you give it in denominations of 18. 18 is very significant in the Jewish religion.
Why is that?
Well, it corresponds with the Jewish alphabet, and the number 18, which is Chai, the letter 18, which is Chai in the Hebrew alphabet, means life. Okay. So you give a gift in denominations of $18 or $36, and very often, as I say, you don't even give it to the person, but you make a donation in their honor to some special charity.
Now, there are bar and bat mitzvah. There are also events in other religions and other cultures, aren't
there? Absolutely.
What are some of those, Ms.
Well,
Manners?
you know what? There's a beautiful event in the Hispanic culture, and that's called a quinceanera. Now, that is for women, for girls. When they are 15, they have a quinceanera, and that shows the transition from childhood to adulthood and maturity. And it highlights God, family, food, music, dancing. It is a beautiful, beautiful event. There will be a mass. The celebrant will give a speech. So there'll be a mass in the church. And after the celebrant has given their speech, for which they've worked really hard, you can then applaud very enthusiastically. But during the ceremony, you're going to be well behaved. You're going to arrive on time. You're going to, again, dress appropriately. You might want to bring a nice gift or a small gift, a big gift. Maybe it's something that you've made at home. You want to bring something to honor the celebrant.
What?
Then,
Good.
no, then I was going to say, you know what, when babies are born in the Christian tradition, they have wonderful christenings and baptisms. So a christening refers to the naming ceremony. Did you know that?
I think so. I did go to a christening and a baptism.
Right. And a baptism is one of the 7 sacraments in the Catholic Church. And it is very, very important. At a baptism, the baby's name is used and mentioned, but it is the right of claiming the child for Christ and his church that is really celebrated. It is really a very, very holy event. You want to dress appropriately, you want to arrive on time, and you will probably bring a little gift for the child.
I recall long ago when I graduated, and that seemed to me to be the end of high school and whatever, but
actually, a graduation is a commencement. It is a very, very old tradition. It goes back to the 13th century, all those years ago. It is a commencement because it is the beginning of something new. So when you graduate from kindergarten, you have all your school years ahead of you, or you graduate from high school, or you graduate from college. It is the fulfillment of something, but you're looking forward to everything that comes ahead. And it is lovely to go to a graduation, and there might be a party afterwards that you could attend. But again, you're going to dress appropriately, act appropriately, respond to the invitations on time, not talk on your cell phone, not chit-chat with friends during the ceremony, but pay attention, be mindful, and try and make the ceremony as friendly and as happy for the host as you can.
what you're saying then is that it doesn't matter the event, there are certain basic rules that apply.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Those rules are always think of your guests, always think of your host's feelings. Respect what makes them the most comfortable.
Now, there are 7 billion birthdays in the world each year.
I know there are a lot of us, and we're all having birthdays, and don't we all love a birthday?
Oh, yes.
And when you go to somebody's birthday, now that depending on the birthday, I mean, if it's a 5th birthday or a 6th birthday, it's quite different from somebody who celebrates a 50th birthday or a 70th birthday. Or any time, birthdays are fun, and it is incumbent upon the guest to make the host feel special.
And there are rules that apply to birthdays as well. An RSVP, for example.
Absolutely.
If somebody invites you, you want to send notice that you're coming immediately.
Right. And so here are some rules that let me talk about again. We want to dress appropriately for the occasion. Show up at the agreed time. Don't arrive too early or too late. And you know what? Don't bring anybody who's not invited.
Well, but
No, not even your little lizard down there. He doesn't come. He stays home. He's not a guest. You can't bring extra people. You can't bring pets. You can't bring any other friends who are not invited. It's just not fair.
But you also say don't come empty-handed.
Well, you know what? You shouldn't come empty-handed. You want to honor the host. You want to honor the person who's celebrating their birthday. Do you have to spend a lot of money? No, you don't. You can make something small. You can make a card. You can bring a bunch of flowers. You can bring something that you've made for somebody. You can paint a picture. You don't have to spend a lot of money. But it's nice to give it a little bit of thought and to honor that person by bringing them a little something.
I have got an idea. I can bring my little lizard in my hand, that's not empty-handed, and I can give it to them as a gift.
No, Mr. Gerstle, this is where you're very wrong. No gifts of lizards. No, 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 no. But you know what? Hosts have really need to follow certain rules as well.
What kind of things are those?
Well, when you hand out a gift, when you hand out an invitation, you need to think, am I inviting everybody in this room? Shall I say, oh, Henry, you're invited. You're the only person who's invited. No, 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 no. That's not nice. That hurts other people's feelings. Absolutely not. You're either going to invite everybody, say everybody in this room is invited, or you're going to say, I'm going to send the invitation by email, I'm going to send the invitation by mail, I'm going to phone, I'm not going to invite a few people and not other people and hurt their feelings. So think about other people.
What about, well, I've been at the party, and it's great, but I'm getting a bit hungry.
You cannot ask when we're eating.
How about the cake?
No, you cannot ask when are we going to have the cake. You need to wait until the host says, now we're going to have the birthday cake. Then you can be first in line, not before.
What if I'm bored?
I'm sorry. You need to be friendly, you need to be kind, you need to be helpful, and you need to not show that you are bored, because your job is to make the day as important and friendly and nice as possible for the host.
What if somebody gives me a gift and I've got one of those already,
Oh,
or I don't like it?
If you are the host and you don't like the gift, you don't say anything. You say, thank you so much for this gift. You don't say anything that's unkind.
Well, Miss Manners, there's a lot of things to remember. I guess I'm on my way to a party. I hope I have a good time.
I hope you do have a good time. Remember your manners. Boys and girls, teaching Mr. Gerstle his manners is not always that easy. But I hope you've enjoyed this little chat that we've had together. I'm sending you lots of love. I'm sending you many, many hugs. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye-bye.